Good morning, guys. Hope everybody's having a great morning this morning. Give it a few minutes, let some people jump on, and then we'll get into it. Start in like 2 minutes. How does that sound? Like I said, I hope everybody's having a great morning. Let's make some money today, per usual. My throat's a little jacked up this morning, guys. Alright, one more minute and we'll jump into it, start giving price targets and stuff. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Give it another minute, let some people jump on, and we'll jump into it, get some price targets. Whew. Okay, guys, we'll go over Google first. As you can see, most of the market gapped down because, we gapped down overnight on the market. So I'm going to look for a reversal. So first thing on Google, I would look for a reversal. It's below the range. Here's previous day low. So I look for it to at least come back up to the range before you get interested in it. See what it does at previous day low. If it makes it support, then obviously get it in and try to ride it up to the gap fill at 99.76. If it keeps failing to break into it, it's back into the range, then get puts and ride it down. I'll give you some price alerts on it though. I just want to mark where the 200 is. Go to the hourly chart. We had a nice gap fill reversal yesterday. I don't watch Google that much, so I didn't see it. There is a gap to be filled on Google all the way down here at 94.04, so keep that in mind. It was overbought for 2 days on the hourly chart because the candles are white, that meaning it's overbought. And then, it gapped down and then filled the gap and then just been dying. So it gapped down again. So for me, like I said, just if it gets above previous day low, which will be like right here, so I'm going to say calls at 98.79-ish, 98.83-ish, and then you ride it up to the gap fill if it looks like it's making it support. Now if it comes up, retests its previous day low, makes it resistance, and falls off, then I would say, puts at that level and then ride it down. Now, if it goes to the gap and it don't look like it's breaking down, gap fill reversal, then just try to ride it up to previous day high, guys, on Google. So, that's what I would look for on Google. So, like I said, calls at 98.80. First price target is going to be gap fill at 99.38. My next price target will be right here at 114. And then my last price target would be right here before previous day high at 184, guys. 184. Now, puts are going to be a little bit tricky because not saying we can't just keep dying today because it kind of looks that way. But I would look for it to make, rejection here at previous day low. If it makes previous day low rejection, then you get in ride the puts. But I'm saying just to be safe, I would say right here at 97.27 puts trigger. First price target is going to be like pre-gap fill at like 96.09. And then my next price target would be gap fill 94.35. Look for the reversal there. If it fails to do a gap fill reversal there, my next price target would be 93.95. That's on Google, guys. If you guys have any stocks you want me to go over, just type it in the chat. I'll take care of you. I'll give you some price targets and stuff. So let's go over AMD real quick. Has that nice M shape, even though it like gapped down and it didn't fill the gap. So there's still a gap up above at 76.88, and there's still a gap all the way down here at 70.14. It's currently sitting on previous day low, so look for that to be support this morning. Just want to mark that. So obviously it's just sitting. It's oversold on the 5-minute chart. If you see it make it support, then you want to, if you see it failing to break below previous day low, failing to make once it gets above the 98. So I would say call trigger at like 93.59. Try to ride it up to 94.11. That's where the 200 is right now. And then obviously my next price target will be right here. I'm doing it off the 5-minute real quick for you guys. 74.68. And then my last price target will be previous day high. And that's right before the full gap fill. But even if you guys miss this whole move, right? So say you don't get calls and it runs all the way up and fills this gap. You could always look for the reversal here to go puts on this, guys. So just keep that in mind. I want everybody to know that you could miss the move. Good morning, Amber. And just be patient because another setup will, show itself. But it does have that nice M pattern. Like I said, there's a gap up above and there's a gap below. So puts, let's see what it does in the morning. Just be careful because the 50's right here at 72.89. So I would say like 72.58 would be my put trigger. My first price target would be right here at 72.13. My next price target would be 71.43, and that's like pre-gap fill. So look for the reversal there if it don't make it support. And then if it don't make it support, my next price target would be right here at 70.54, and then gap fill at 70.14. And that's on AMD, guys. Let's go over Amazon real quick. Ooh. Same thing. So okay, so it's out of the range. There's a gap to fill right here at 94.99. I don't know what this price alert is. This must be from like a previous day as a like a price target. I don't delete them all until they hit. Good morning, Venus. Good morning. Good morning. But look for the reversal right here at 92.90. If it reverses there, I would just personally, since it's out of the range, guys, just stay away from it. So I try to make trades when it's at previous day low or previous day high. It's just, part of the strategy that I use. When it opens outside of the range, I try to stay away from it unless it goes back towards the range, which is, and granted, you can make money. This could just die all day and you could ride it all day. But I just like to be safe like that. That's where the discipline comes in. Excuse me. So I personally wouldn't touch this unless this comes back up to retest the range. But that's just me. That's on Amazon, on Apple. Okay, so it's still in the range on Apple. So obviously it gapped down. There's a huge gap right here. Came back up, it fell right below the 200, got rejected, but then, so it's getting rejected at the 200 on the 5-minute. So that's a good, like I said, just watch it. But I'm not interested in it, really, to be honest, unless it's down here, previous day low or previous day high. It's just part of the strategy that I use. There's no reason for me to, when you trade in the middle of the channel, like, yes, you can make good profits, and I do it, but I'd like for it to be down here or up here, or I just wait for it to get here to see how it reacts at previous day low. So if it comes down here and it makes it support, then I know to go long. Boom. If it comes up here and fills the gap, I know to most likely go short at previous day high. Now, is it 100%? No, nothing's 100%. So just keep that in mind. If you see it in the middle, trading in the middle of the range, just chill. You know what I mean? Just see, because I guarantee you this will probably either die in the morning and use it as support. And if it breaks through it, if it's an early morning breakout, I know that it's probably a fake breakout. So if this drops, now granted, like I said, nothing's 100%. But when you have a plan, it goes a long way. So if this breaks through in like the third candle, I know it's probably a false breakout. So when it re-enters, that's when I'm going to enter. When it gets above previous day low, I would enter, ride it up, and my stop loss would be here as well. So say it comes up here, plots a couple candles, it's got to look strong as well. You know, if everything's curling over, then obviously it's not looking strong. You know, if you could see a pattern. So if you see it like right now, it's using the 9 as support. I mean resistance. So see the resistance right here, broke above it, but then now it's still using it as resistance. If you see 3 or 4 or 5 candles and it's making the 9 resistance, I know that the 9 has to become support for the next leg up. So just remember that, guys. There's a lot that goes into this. It takes a lot to teach somebody. Like, it's hard to touch base on every single thing. So it takes time. Let's go over Tesla real quick because it's right at previous day low where I like to see it, guys. That's where you see what I'm saying? I like to play towards the range, top or the bottom of the ranges. That's just the way I like to do it. So right here, it looks like it's making it support. So look, and like I tell everybody, look to the left. So you see how it bounced here? It looks like it made support. It looks like it's making it support here. Let's see what it does. It's still early. But I'll always look to the left, you know what I mean, and see what it did yesterday. This is where it bounced here yesterday as well. And in pre-market, it bounced there. So, and the day before. You always want to look to the left and look what it did at this level. Now, if it breaks this level, comes back up, retests it, and it looks like, you know, resistance, then I'll just get in puts and ride it down. So this is the level that I'll be watching this morning on Tesla. I know earnings is tonight, guys. I'm going to probably most likely... Good morning, Chuckles. I'm most likely going to do a straddle on Tesla because earnings is after hours today. So I plan on banking on it that way, maybe going 1 or 2 out of the money on each side, maybe 2 contracts. And if we get a big move, they're going to print. Yes, one side you might lose totally, but the other side most likely will make up for it. That's just what I do, what I'm looking for. Also, it has this nice M pattern right here, guys. So we could dump today. Let's just see. You know what I mean? I've noticed that when it looks dumpy in the morning, like say right now it looks really, you know, put for puts. Usually it turns around and goes the other way. So obviously for me to go calls, see there's some gappage in here. So you know there's a gap right here, there's a gap right here. You got to keep all that in mind. So I'm just gonna come over here. I'm just gonna mark them so I know where they are on that 1 hour chart real quick, guys. Just give me 1 second. Because it can reverse at any of these areas. It's just when you're watching it, you'll see it clear as day. So now I know where every single gap is on the 5 minute. You see how easy that is? But, so for me to go calls, it would have to be like 140, 139. My first price target is going to be the first gap or the 200 at 42, 44. The next price target is going to be 43, 12, and then my next price target is going to be 43, 88. Those are all the gaps, guys. But look for reversals at all of these. So I'm not the type that, so say it comes down this morning below previous day low and then jumps back up. I'm not going to get in the call and ride it up to the gap. I'm going to wait for the gap to see what it does at the gap and try to play the reversal on it. It's just the way I am. But then puts, you know, it's obviously got to break this level. And then, you know, the 50's way down here on the 1 hourly chart. So, yes, I got price alerts all over the place, guys. Let me get rid of these real quick for you. I don't exit out of them. I got the premium package so I can have a lot. Yeah, I would think that as well, Chuckles. Like I said, when you'll notice this the more you do it. Sometimes it looks really dumpy in the morning, like it's gonna dump, and then all of a sudden it has a nice little pullback, and then it just reverses. So that's what the market does initially. It tries to trick you, you know. So I would say puts at 140.28. My first price target will be right here at 138.57 for puts, and then my next price target will be right here at 137.33, and then my last price target will be right here, guys, at 136.24 on the put side for Tesla. Let's go over Meta real quick. What time is it? Okay, we got time. Let me get rid of these price alerts. Start fresh. You can see like it did gap down this morning. See how the 9 is resistance right now on Meta on the 5-minute chart. So obviously, if I know if it's going to go up, it's got to turn the 9 from resistance into support. You'll see these things over and over again, guys. The patterns, once you start seeing it and it starts clicking, you'll get it. We have a whole strategy here, so once you like master the strategy, that's really all there is to it. Once you understand it and you start seeing the patterns, it takes time, and then you could identify it, and then you capitalize on it. So just keep that in mind, guys. It's got to make this area support, previous day low. That's what I'm saying. Like, so the stocks that are in the middle of the range, why would I touch them when hopefully when the market opens, it's right here, at previous day low or previous day high. That's just the best bet. That's my, that's your best bet. That's literally the name of the Discord. So yeah, I'm going to be looking for support here. If not, say it breaks through it, I want to see it come back up and retest it. Now, usually, like I said, you guys could look up the previous day high low strategy. I didn't make it up. I just used it. I stumbled upon it by the grace of God, and it's been killing it ever since that, with the indicators and the other strategies as well. So there's no one strategy that I use. I use everything. I use trend lines. I used gap fill. I used previous day high low. I used the EMAs. I used the indicators. I used patterns like bull flag and, bear flag and all that good stuff. So, I just take everything and stack it on. And I read price action as well on top of it. So, like I said, I just take everything and stack it all on. And the more I could stack up, the better. So the more confirmation I could have, or confluence as some would say, the better. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let's go over SPY real quick. Oh, yeah, there's a gap of SPY right here. See, as you can see, it's making it resistance, the 9. See, like I'm saying, the more you do it, the more you'll see. It just takes time. There's a gap right here. There's a gap right here. There's a gap. So there's a bunch of gaps. Looking pretty bearish, guys. And look, my macro trend line. See, so I always draw like macro trend line, guys. Just something that I do. Just and it compute. You see how it's the macro downward trend line right here? I've had it, drawn out here since December 1st. So, like I said, if you just do the macro, it'll help you see the stuff. As you can see, it got rejected. It's just respecting that macro trend line. See that? See the macro trend line? So this is obviously, here's another macro upward trend line. So we're in this wedge pretty much. But it got rejected. It's got that Emish pattern. See, it's just little things that you put together, you'll see. So obviously I'll look for a bounce right here at 393.63 this morning. If not, you know what I mean? I don't really play SPY. I do watch SPX, and I have been trading ES with futures on Apex Trader. It's a funded account just for, fun. I usually make my first couple trades in the morning, and now I've been moving over to Apex just to trade. Hey, Scabby. Good morning, brother. So just watch it. Like I said, if you guys see this come back up, so right now it's below previous day low, I would just stay away from it on SPY. But if you see it bounce here at this support at 395.82 and it comes back up and test it, this is a great place to reevaluate. So if you see it come back up here and it's failing, so that there's the pre-gap level, right? There's probably a lot of resistance right here. So if you see it come up plus, so obviously it's pre-gap plus previous day low. If it's failing to break in, failing to make it support, then you get puts and you ride it down. If it looks strong and it goes in here, it gets above previous day low, you get in calls. Where's your first price target? It's going to be at the gap fill right here at 98.55. So, like I said, guys, you just got to have a plan, see it for what it is. I don't try to predict the market. I try to just react to it, because no matter what anybody says, I don't care who you are. The market don't care what you think. It don't care what I think. It don't care about none of that. So I try to tend not to predict it, because ultimately predictions are wrong. You could think one way, and then you get in that biased mindset, and then you get clapped, because you're so biased. And then you look back and you say, man, why am I so put biased today? Or why? And then, so I try not to be biased. I don't care if it's going up or down. I just want to be on the right side of it. That's just my opinion. I don't give a shit if SPY goes down to zero. Sorry for the language. I apologize. I just want to be on the right side of it, guys. So just keep that in mind. Have a plan. If you're in the Discord, I'll see you guys in the Discord. If anybody has any questions, type it in the chat. I'll take care of you. Please like the stream. It'll go a long way. Yeah, and come trade with us. Come learn. We'll teach you. We'll teach you everything you need to know. But again, it takes time. Don't think you're going to hit the ground running. Some people, yes. Some people, no. Everybody's different. Everybody's paths are different. So you got to understand what, it might take somebody 4 months, hell, even 30 days. Dion joined here and has been crushing it. She's still on her 30-day free trial, guys. So come check us out for 30 days. The value's there, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.